Well,
I don't think we've rested yet. We just ended the fight. We just got everything
yeah,
not on fire.
Well, it disappeared.
we definitely haven't rested. I can give healing, and I need healing myself. I don't know if we're gonna get a chance to rest right away, but we can find that out for a little bit.
I'm alright. I just have a slight flesh wound. Nothing if you scale chips count things.
Facts.
You got any like salsa or guac with that?
This is turn. Busy.
Just dry, stale Fritos.
Since busy salsa.
Oh no! I hate when that happens. It gets like the bubbles in it. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah.
This reminds me of the one guy that carbonates random things and then tries them.
Ew. Bubbles only belong in certain things, not everything. Yeah. Sometimes it's a sign that something has turned.
Nobody wants milk.
Oh God.
Hey everybody, we are back. Sorry about the late start. There's technical problems all over the place. Zoom was down for about 40 minutes, apparently nationwide, or at least a good part of it, this afternoon. Future Ghosty, who plays Aster, guest number 1 here, is currently rebooting his computer. Ecamm Live wouldn't turn on for a minute, but here we are. I heard as I was stepping away, no, do not rest. Do not rest. Do not rest. And do not rest. And when you say, can we take a long rest, it is a provisional question. So do not hit the long rest button and refresh all your spells and hit points until you have permission. Or you will be smoted bigly.
I don't have any spells anyway.
Well, don't bring back that demon wolf, because then we would be in big trouble.
Yeah.
Yes. Aye.
Shall
Mark
we?
Says,
can we?
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Mark. Thanks for
Good
watching.
evening, Mark.
Can we, Lou? Do we have a moment to do some healing while we wait for Aster to come back?
What kind of healing?
Well, like whatever spells I've got. Let's see. Probably the best is.
Let's pull us into.
Yeah, I would like to cure wounds on. I'd like to. First things first, I'd like to cure wounds on myself.
Yes, that kind of stuff you can do.
Okay, can I do that right now?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I'm only down 7 hit points, so I feel like I'm okay.
All right.
I'll probably have to
Bad roll.
cure wounds on myself too.
Maytalk's gonna eat something stale and then feel better.
All right, so I got myself a little bit. I'm almost out of second circle spell slots, so I think
Terrible.
Frody probably needs healing more than anybody else. But
I do, but I can use one of my second circles to cure wounds myself here.
I was out of second circle spell slot once, and it was terrible.
In that case, I might go over to Aster and heal him up. Well, I'm actually right there. Yeah, I'm gonna do another cure wounds on Aster.
You could cure some wounds on me as well. I lost 7 hit points. Just saying.
I know. The only problem is, my Tuck, I only have 2 spells left.
Fine, don't worry about it. It's all right.
All right. I'm gonna I'll hold off till Aster gets here because he has to apply it to his character.
All right.
Oh yes.
Well, after that.
To catch folks up, we had a climactic battle with a strange, grisly, giant, undeady-looking wolf creature, which vanished midway through the fight. But the storehouse was saved, which is good for a town that keeps their food, weapons, and supplies there. We put the fire out within seconds of the copious barrels of whale oil going supernova, which would have taken everything and everyone out. And now, when Aster gets back, we are going to return to the Jarl's Longhouse. And if Asher doesn't get back, we'll just go ahead and return. So let's get back to the Jarl's Longhouse. Cool. And all right. Now, the last time we were in this longhouse, you came in, you were introduced to the Jarl. Immediately, the Draugr came out of the water and attacked a ship in the harbor. Immediately thereafter, the Vittergalken, the winter beast, attacked the storehouse and slew a town's guardsman. So you haven't taken in a lot of the features of the longhouse. So now that we're going to be here for a little while, I want to, y'all can notice things, and some of this will take place during the ensuing conversation. But just to give you a bit of it, the interior of the longhouse is thick with smoke, but there's a pleasant scent that mingles with the usual scent of wood smoke. There's a great fire at the heart of it you can see burning. The roof above is supporting hefty wooden beams. They're covered in carvings and hung with axes and armor. As is typical, benches along the wall are piled with furs for sleeping. And there are numerous statues, most of which are whale figures. And somebody give me a perception check.
Sure.
Okay. Nat 1.
Well, I'll take a luck point for that. So Gertrude, you notice that there's a strong herbal smell from a herb called meadow scent, and it's coming from one of the back chambers.
Interesting.
Yes. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
Just
dun.
to have a Maycock goes and bangs on the door of the back chamber.
Well, that would be a very awkward thing to do right now. But you can do it. You can do it.
Do it. I'm gonna do it.
All right, you
Maytalk
go.
is known for being awkward.
All right, you go and bang on the door. Nothing happens.
I open it up and say, "Hey,
You don't.
what's
It's
going on?
locked.
You guys
It's
want-
locked.
You guys want to share?"
Meanwhile, Erica,
I break it down.
Eric, you're not gonna break it down
Why not?
because this is the Jarl of the town. You're gonna end up in arrested immediately.
I'll give it
The
like-
guards will stop
I did
you.
the secret knock.
Okay, you want to break it down?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone has to test the limits of the game dynamics.
It's not the limits of the game dynamics. It's just my limits. But go ahead. Give me a strength roll to break the door.
You're going to jail, Maytalk. What the hell, man?
I got a 6.
All right. Fortunately, you did not break it down.
All
All right. At that point, I like that the several of the things you've attempted this game have all been stopped by the dice. The dice have my back. Stabbing the troll before you got the information you needed from him, and you just went plink. Trying to break into the Jarl's private rooms, having just met him, the dice said no effing way.
You guys are helping.
So Erica calls everyone over and tells the Jarl, these brave Drengr, which is the Norangard word for valiant people, have saved our storehouse, saved our food, saved our weapons, saved our whale oil supply. Sadly, we lost Askel, but they did save the life of Bruna, who was in the storehouse. Shall we first drink to our fallen warriors?
Yes. Whenever anyone asks if we should drink, the answer is yes.
So mead is passed around, and everyone raises a glass to Askel, the member of the town watch that has now died. And
Yes.
As that happens, so now the discussion turns. The Jarl wants to know what is it that was at the storehouse? What attacked you?
A demon
He's-
wolf?
he-
Does anyone know better what it was than I?
Yeah, I mean, it was a demon wolf. It was mean and tried to kill us, and
It was
should be compensated for battling it.
it
Well,
was
I mean-
extremely dangerous, and we were lucky to have survived.
We've already learned that. What is it? The Philgia? Is that what we called it?
Yeah, Filgia. Filgia.
Philgia. That it might have something to do with that.
So,
Throwing us into the ravens.
so the Jarl
Good.
says Filgia. What are you saying?
So we recount the encounter with the raven-like creature, and then how that compares to the wolf, and then our encounter with the troll, and what the troll told us about the Philgia.
So he looks shaken, and he says, "You killed it, though. You killed it."
The first one, the second one, I think got away. It vanished
and-
before we could strike a killing blow.
And Eric steps forward and says, "My Jarl, even though they did not kill the beast, they saved all of our stores, all of our supplies." And the Jarl looks at Erica for a minute, and he gets his meaning. He says, "Oh, yes, yes." And he rummages in his satchel, and he pulls out 5 golden torques, worth about 20 gold pieces each, and passes them to each of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's awesome.
But he kind of had to be reminded to do that. So he says, "We are in troubled times. We have undead vowing to come here in 3 days' time and kill us all. And we have this monster. What can be done?"
The odor that's coming from that room.
It's not unpleasant.
What do we? So what do we know about that though? Is it used in rituals of any kind? I mean, would I have any knowledge of that as a druid?
You might. Give me a roll.
What would that be? Arcana, nature?
Nature, just nature.
Okay.
Can I also do a religion to
12?
see if
It's sort of like potpourri. It's to mask other scents. It's not uncommon, but it's very heavy here. And so at this point, the Jarl is looking for solutions. He says, "With the winter snows, there is no question of leaving. We could not take our elderly. We could not take our children.
Well, if we can find out what motivates the creatures, perhaps we could lure it into a trap and fight it on our terms.
And what of the Draugr that will come in 3 nights? 3 more
Well,
nights.
perhaps.
Yes, that's
What do we know about this Draugr?
We know nothing.
None of his deeds when he was alive.
We
You
do
guys
not
got
even know.
any magical weapons or anything that we can use in order to fight all this stuff?
A good question. A good question. He looks at the captain of the town guard, Eriker, and Eriker says, "There are. In fact, because the storehouse did not blow, there is a large collection of spears there and 6 ballista.
All right.
Not to mention the whale oil itself."
Any of the magical?
we could prepare the town for defense.
Let's lure them in and blow them up with a whale oil.
Yeah.
Well, so Erica and the Jarl look at each other for a minute, and Erica says, "We are a wooden town."
It's true, and we don't have to use all the whale oil. We can take the whale oil and move it out of town, and then lure them into an area where we have the whale oil, and then blow them up, and then not affect the town.
Yep. If they
So one of the things we could do if we know with where they're going to bring the ship and where they're going to attack, if we're not able to solve this problem before they do, then maybe we take some of the whale oil that we can part with and put it into the water, but then put some buoy or something to keep it from corralled and from
Let's light the water on
floating
fire.
under the town.
I love that. Let's lure them in, put the whale oil out as a sheen across the water, and then light it on fire when they pull into it.
Can you light things on fire with guiding bolt? It says it's radiant damage.
No, you cannot. It's not fire damage. Okay. And in fact, magical fire damage doesn't light things on fire either, unless it says it does.
With the crossbow bolt.
So a flaming crossbow would have to be the thing. That's fine. We can set that up.
I've got a spell too. I got burning hands, and I've got produce flame and druidcraft and all kinds of ways to start fires. Fire's not a problem.
Fire.
So
fire burn.
Set a trap.
So Erica, Gertrude, he kind of tries to get your attention, and like motions to like a corner of the room.
Okay.
Just Gertrude. He
I
walks
inquire
over.
about the smell of the incense or the potpourri and say, it's quite powerful. Is there a smell you're trying to cover?
So Hlidilfer, let me make sure I'm pronouncing her name right. Hilder comes over to you with a smile, and she says, you remember this is her.
The Jarl's wife or his
Yes,
sorceress?
the Jarl's wife.
Okay.
And she says, that would be me. That is my potion chamber. I am a vulva, a cirrus, and I brew my concoctions there. It is mostly medicinal, but some of them are very strong. So the meadowsweet masks the scent and makes it more pleasant here. And then she kind of leans into you and says, it also masks the scent of all these men.
So they're not cannibals.
They're not. They don't appear to be cannibals.
Okay. And vulva is spelled with an O, I hope?
Yes, it is. But it's pronounced. Okay. It's actually pronounced vulva, but it's probably related. It's probably the root word. But it's vulva, and those are the cirruses, and they, unlike the godthi, the godmen that live in the temples, the vulva, who are predominantly women, or live normally. They travel from town to town. They live in the wild, and they're basically druids. They control the weather. They see the future. They will come. They usually travel in packs, but occasionally one will align herself to a jarl. Herself or himself.
I feel like Brunhilde would have a lot of respect for this type of person.
Yeah, they are the wise women of this world. And I say women, they're men were allowed to join the ranks of the vulva as long as they dressed as a woman and wore all their accoutrements. I suspect it's probably a place where trans people found a place in that society before that was named. Jess Nevins, the super librarian, has written some about this.
That's so cool. So non-binary gender identity existed both in real world history and in Norengard.
Yep.
That's great.
Yep. There were. The Vikings wanted you to make babies because death was so, prevalent, and life was so harsh. But once you did that, they didn't care. You could do whatever you wanted. And also, we're getting on a digression, but it's actually pretty cool. Compared to Europe at the time, I mean, they weren't great people. They took slaves. They bashed in people's heads. If you weren't from this, If you weren't from this society, they didn't care about you at all. You had no rights. But if you are from this society, women, all they had to do to divorce their husband was say, "Get out." And he had to leave. He had to pack up and leave. If he didn't, the Jarl would come get him. And they could then petition the Jarl for the right to be male, and then they could keep the house and all their farms and run the property as a legal man.
And the women did a lot of the record keeping anyways to begin with.
That's righteous. I love it.
And they fought. You know, the DNA tests. They have fought. The Shield Maidens were real, and they and also in the literature of the time. And then we really got to get back to this. In the literature of the time, you know, in Europe, a lot of the stories, women are damsels in distress or temptresses at this point. And in the Viking literature, you don't see any of that. The women are just warriors like the men in the stories. So, you know, I mean, their humor was on the level of a frat boy. And, you know, if you were an English monk, they didn't see anything wrong with sailing across to you and, you know, chopping your head off and stealing everything you had. But if you were from this society, they were a little bit ahead of other people in some ways, not others. But anyway, so she tells you that's her potion chamber. That's what the smell is masking. She's the vulva. Everything is good. Give me somebody else who hasn't done anything yet. Give me another perception roll. That was a natural one.
I got a 5.
You got 13.
13. Frody, you notice there are a lot of weapons hanging up at the ceiling. And there's a 15 feet above the fire pit, you notice an axe and shield. They are
magical and slightly glowing.
well, I'll show it. No, but they're carved with whale symbols. They look like this. And they're just nicer than the other weapons. They're hung above the fire pit in the central hall.
I'll admire them and ask the Jarl about them. That seem more. They seem magnificent and caught my eye. Is there a story behind them?
My father's, my late father's.
I drink a toast to his father.
Do
I
we
assume
have
I have
time
a
for
horn
a
of
tale
ale.
of his father?
He fought valiantly and he died in combat. And
So the Jarl's face clouds, and he says, no. And one of these warriors in the corner comes over to you now. So the offer goes back to kind of soothe the Jarl, and he tells you, Tryggvi Skullgrimson, beloved Jarl, stern but fair, great man, but his end was not as glorious as the earlier chapters of his life. He descended into madness. At first, we looked the other way, but then he rode out to the burial mound. It is a mile into the fjord, waters of the fjord, and he, what's the word for dishonored it? Disgraced it. I've lost my desecrated the mount. It was then that his own son called him out. There was a fight. The father wounded the son, but the son slew the father. It was honorable. It was necessary. But it is not a happy time.
that's rough.
I can understand why the Jarl.
He just told that to Frody. He didn't say that to the rest of y'all. So Frody hasn't communicated that yet.
I was standing right next to Frody. Did I overhear?
Okay. Yes, you did.
I would just whisper to Frody. I can understand why the Jarl would not wish to speak of this. Maybe we should move on.
And
I have a question about where he may be buried.
he was placed on a boat and floated out into the fjord, and the boat was set afire.
Okay.
And
no suggested relation to what we saw today with the Draugr?
What caused his madness? Do we know?
we do not.
It'll be interesting to find out.
And
All right, let's move on and fight something.
all right, so Erica was going to pull Gertrude aside and talk to Gertrude.
Yes, yes.
All right, so he says, I do not want to embarrass my Jarl, but the town has lost a great many of its young and able-bodied folk. The men and women, they look at temporary misfortune and they see no long-term future, and they give up. And we are older people and children. If an army of undead are coming here in 3 more nights, we do not have enough people to defend the town. I would like to try and recruit. I would like to raise new folk. With the loss of Askell, I'm only 10 town guard under my watch. I cannot defend the town with 10.
All right, so how are they coming here? Are they going to come by land or sea, or what do we know?
We don't.
We don't. Well, then let's plan for the harbor, and if they come by sea, and then let's plan for if they come by land.
Is Gertrude from here?
Yeah, no, but her brother is captain of the town guard. Gertrude is from Binsa, so they grew up in Binsa. The son of Mork and the daughter of Mork, and they. Go ahead.
No, I said, can we prevent this army from coming? Is there any way to go stave off the attack by preemptively attacking someone else?
I don't know. And if I did know, I wouldn't tell you.
We have 3 days.
Well, this is nighttime, and as of tomorrow morning, you will have 3 full days, and then they will attack on the evening of the 3rd night.
All right, so we need to fortify the surrounding area.
Yep.
We need to release as many,
Levies.
People as we can.
Yep.
Even if they're old or young, we still need to train them up as much as we can and pass out all the weapons and the javelins.
Do we know if there are like farmers nearby whose sons can come and hold a spear?
There are with the snowfalls, no one can get here in time.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, so let's rally the people that we have. And
by
then,
the time help was sent and came back, it would be too late.
Too late.
Is there any way that we know of anywhere to go and hit this thing head on? Where's this?
That's
threat
a
coming
good
from?
thought. It would bear investigating.
All right, so let's investigate. Where do we know this threat is coming from, and has anybody ever gone out there to try to fight it head on?
Well,
so the only people who've ever encountered it before is the town of Smarvik, and then it's appeared here because no one's ever seen this thing before. It's not a native creature. It's something new.
Before we leave the Jarl's Longhouse, it's night at the moment. Could we take a long rest and head out in the morning? Because
you cannot take a long rest yet. You may attempt to take a long rest, but so Erica says, my advice to you is to go first to the mead hall and eat, and then I have a small place just outside the Jarl's house. It is not much, but you are welcome to bed there for tonight.
Okay.
In the morning, I would go first to the Temple of Waldanger and offer Waldanger prayer that we succeed this. And then let us meet in the market, and I will call a meeting of the town, and we will recruit.
All right, let's do all that.
Okay. So let's go to the market.
Drink and then rest is a great idea.
Yep.
As we're going,
eat, drink, rest.
Yes.
Would Gertrude know anything about how the Draugr are formed, created?
Yeah, this is common knowledge. So Draugr are undead who are too bitter and angry to properly die. in this reality, the most people don't go to Sesrem or Valhalla. Most people, when they die, go to Neth's cave, which is a big cave under the earth where the dead goddess Neth collects everyone, and it's not unpleasant. There, you farm there, or if you were a vassal on the farm, if you were a thrall, you're still a thrall, but you live life in the cave much like you lived it here, and have like something they can't let go of that don't go down deep enough, and so they lay in their grave mounds and seethe with hatred of the living, and those are the Draugr, and they have different. They're not zombies. They're super intelligent, or they're as intelligent as they were when they were alive, and sometimes they can transform into cats, donkeys, or horses with a broken back and their skin flayed. Some can also turn into giants and change their shape and size. They're pretty nasty. Let's go to the mead hall.
Go to the mead hall.
All right. Looking for the mead hall. Mead hall, here we go. And all right. And let's see. And
oh yeah, look, a bunch of people.
All right. So this is the mead hall, and it's a central mead hall. It's the largest building in the community, 75 feet in length, big wooden structure, wood smoke in the center. And as you come over, this guy, I don't know how to show you him bigger. There we go. This happy man comes up to you. And as he comes up to you,
I say, round of mead on me for everyone.
So he looks at you and says, big spender. And he turns to go get the mead. And as he does, the cat jumps off his shoulder. The boar chases the cat. And he says, Ramby, leave Ramby alone.
Brunhilde would like to know if the cat is friendly and can she pet? She likes creatures that have tails, and she'd like to give it a little boop on the snoot, you know?
He looks at you and says, you can try. What do I care?
And then,
okay. Does the cat allow?
The cat, give me an animal handling check.
Do cats know, do cats in Norngard and Nornir know that Huldra are Huldra?
Ooh. Do cats know that Huldra? Yeah, I thought a cat can smell the difference.
Okay, I got a 12. I would like to point out that so far tonight I've rolled 3 times and I've got 2 natural ones and an 8.
Well, you're getting them out of the way.
Need the luck.
Yeah.
Oh, so here's James.
Hey,
yeah,
all right.
somebody's gonna have to roll my character for me because I can't get to my character sheet on my phone. So
okay,
sorry.
We can handle that. We're so glad to see that you got here on your phone.
We're in the mead hall. I just bought everybody a round of mead, and I want to ask this guy what's going on.
All right. Do y'all want to catch Aster up on what you've learned?
Sure,
have you learned anything?
We're going to be attacked by undead people in 3 days. We're trying to rally the town and get them to bring their forces together and come up with a plan and preemptively attack the bad guys if we can figure out where the hell they are.
So
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we're working on getting prepared for the town to be assaulted. We've determined that the Jarl's wife, the Volva, her potion that she her potion that she runs in the Jarl's longhouse is not dangerous. It's just amelioration of the odor of stinky men and stuff like that. So we're trying to work with the town to get ready for an assault, and we're just kind of working on that. Lou,
Maytalk would like to attack preemptively if he can figure out where to go attack. The problem is, I don't know where to go. So
right, and none of us do.
I'd like to ask the guy that I just bought a drink for everybody. You know, if they were going to make a preemptive attack on something that was a danger to the town, where would they go?
Are you talking about all these people over here?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to hand over a couple gold pieces, but go over there. Go over there. So this is.
I would like to, before we dive into that, mention to Aster and Brunhild and Gertrude that I'm not entirely convinced that whatever's going on in that room related to potions and his father's death is entirely
kosher.
I think there's more to that story, and I would not be surprised if that's all these events are somehow related.
Since all of us didn't hear the story, will he share what that story was?
That the latter part of the previous Jarl's life wasn't as good, and so the current Jarl, his son, challenged him and won in honorable combat, and he wasn't buried in a tomb. He was shipped off and burnt at sea. And anyhow,
it's a valid point. And the last time
it's a good story, but
yeah,
things don't quite.
The last time we saw a threat was Draugrs on a ship at the docks, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's related.
And so it sounds to me like we've got an angry spirit.
And then there's the Filga that we're dealing with, and we're not sure of that connection.
So in this setting, are Draugr like considered to have souls, or is that like a separated?
Good question. So in the setting, as in life, they believe that the soul had more than one component. You had 4 pieces of the soul, and one of those pieces is the piece that would come back as the Draugr. Another piece is the Filga, which is sort of your fate or fortune. It's sort of separate. Sometimes it appears as an animal, sometimes it appears as a woman, but it goes with you through your life, and it's with you when you die. And they're both part of your soul, but they're separate parts.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other 2?
Oh, don't ask me now. I can't remember.
Okay, fair. Moving on.
We know the importance.
I know that. Interestingly, for the way Tales of Valiant plays, and I don't remember if this is a part of the soul or just a separate thing, but your luck is also a separate thing that can be lent. You can lend your luck to someone else, and they can give it. They can go out and use it, and come back and hand it back to you.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I hadn't figured out quite how to handle that, but I want to do an adventure one day where someone stole someone else's luck and you have to get it back. So
you said there were 4 pieces. We've encountered 3 separate creatures and a Draugr. That's 4.
We've only encountered 2 creatures.
Well, we know of 3 creatures.
Yeah.
We've encountered 2. We know of 3, and we've encountered the Draugr.
Although the troll believed that those 3 were all the Filga. That they were the same. Yeah.
But there's 4.
Yeah.
And there's 4 of these.
Yeah.
Something to meditate on.
So
perhaps this madness caused something to happen with the field. Yeah.
Possibly.
So, let's pick up with Maytalk and Aster with these guys.
Let's talk to them. What do they have to say? I just bought them a drink.
Yes, I'm going to show you what they look like.
They look like that right in the bar?
No, but ha ha ha. So these are all a bunch of old warriors, and they're happy to have a drink. You can tell they're all rough and rowdy, and And what did you ask them?
I want to know if anybody has ever been able to go after the source of this evil and fight it, even if they fought and failed. Where did they go, and where do you find them?
So one of them looks at you and says, "This evil is new. This town is cursed. There is nothing for it but to sit and drink. Our best days are behind us. The town's best days are behind us."
So they're kind of bleak about the chances of surviving.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
did my
so the-
animal handling check allow me to pet the cat?
it did.
Okay.
Now, as you do, the boar tries to harass the cat, and the cat.
I'm
Where
gonna
are
have
you?
a private conversation with the boar and the cat
Okay.
when all
Yeah, I
that
was
wraps
gonna
up.
say, Frody, can you speak to animals on this one?
And you actually need to be over here. As that happens, the bartender again says, "Ramby, leave Ramby alone." And the L count has noticed the cat.
I keep talking to the guys about whether or not there's anywhere that this evil is coming from that we might be able to take the fight to the evil.
So, this evil, it comes from the weakness of the Jarl.
Ooh.
All he does, the old Jarl, Scully Grimsom, he was strong. He kept his town in line. The new Jarl, he quakes at shadows and drinks all day and all night, while his woman whispers in his ear. The town is cursed. All the young people have left because they see there is no future here.
All right, I say, it's good to hear your words of wisdom, and I excuse myself, and I want to go back and talk to the Jarl and his wife.
All right. Well, that'll have to wait till tomorrow because the Jarl is turned in. This is late, but they tell you to stay and drink with us.
We have learned important information that we can use on the morrow. So let's stay and drink and perhaps inspire these warriors to join us if it comes to battle.
So,
I want to know what they think about the previous Jarl and the duel.
So,
one more drink and we'll all meet tomorrow to come up with a plan to rid this town of its evil.
So,
I want to persuade them to join us in our fight.
well, we got a number of things going on here. So, right now, Brunhild and Frody are still with the animals. We have a little bit of a situation because Brahm is trying to chase Ramby, who's also trying to chase Ramby. So they're circling, and it's a little bit of a
talk
cacophony.
to them and tell them to cut that out.
Okay. Ramby says Ramby started it.
I believe him.
All right.
And then I'm going to take some of my rations here and share it with each of them.
Ramby and Ramby like that. Brahm also likes that.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Brahm to go sit next to Aster. Be a good boy and look after him.
All right. Brahm takes his ration and goes to sit next to Aster. There isn't a place next to Aster, so he moves in between two warriors.
Just earn your treat, buddy. It's okay.
So, I asked those two animals how they know each other. It seems odd is that a boar to be living, to be in a mead hall?
With a cat, yeah.
So they point at the mead owner and says, "Do you see him?"
We see him.
Yeah.
That is Cheery Offinger.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheery would be lost without us. We take care of him.
Have you noticed you see a lot of people come and go? Is there any that stand out as that you prefer not be here?
The cat says all of them. And
I can't speak to the animals. Go ahead. Sorry.
The boar says, I think the men in the corner want to eat me.
Brunhilde can't speak to animals directly, but I would
Yep.
like Frody to ask them, why does a mead hall proprietor need a boar and a cat
Mm-hmm.
to help him
I'm gonna
run
ask
his
them what
business?
they protect him from. Why the,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they have to look after him.
or that exactly.
Have you not noticed he has a wonderful personality?
Are you saying
If we
others
were
are
not
taking
here
advantage of
looking,
him?
if we were not here looking cute, he would get in so much trouble.
Talk goes to bed.
You're gonna go home to bed now, to Erica's house.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna stay and drink with the old warriors.
Nope. I expect to see them tomorrow, but I need to get my beauty rest.
Okay. Well, does everyone like to go to bed?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So do not take a long rest. Do not take a long rest. So you go to Erica's house, which is a small house next to the Jarl's house, and it's very modest. Erica is there and tells you he's going to go sleep with at the house of one of his town guards to give you more room, and the only thing that you notice is there's a helm hung from the ceiling of the house that's rather nice, and it's carved with the image of it's the metal is etched with the image of two whales chasing each other. And Gertrude, this is this was your father Mork's helm.
Do they? I mean, this symbolism of the whales, is this a common thing, or is it specific to just these items?
Gertrude, this is the town's banner symbol.
Okay.
It's also it was the symbol of the Jarl and his own father.
Well, Maytalk says I would love to proudly wear this into battle.
That's a little sensitive.
So with the guys drinking,
Yep.
I would like to, after talking to the animals and catching up with Aster, I'd like to ask them how they feel about the previous Jarl and the current Jarl, and how all that went down.
So they said the
I want to see if their story matches.
Is it
and their sentiments match.
I take the helmet down and I put it on my head and see if it fits.
All right. It resizes to fit you.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh.
Yep.
I would proudly wear this into battle.
Well, Erica's not home. Gertrude, I don't know if you went with him or still in the mead hall.
Gertrude probably went with him.
Okay, so I don't know how you feel about him wearing your father's helmet.
Her eye is just twitching.
It looks good, huh? Looks good. Let's fight some bad guys.
So back in the mead hall, y'all never ate. Cherry, you're drunk, but you haven't eaten anything. Cherry is recommending the Hikari, which is fermented shark that's been buried for 6 weeks and then hung to dry for 6 months.
Sounds good to me.
Does it taste like pickled herring?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Rotten pickled herring.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to sleep, but I'm going to wear the helmet to bed.
Okay. That's cool.
Brunhilde will eat some, but she doesn't like the taste.
All right. If Cherry Offinger, and by the way, the mead is fantastic. It's spiced mead.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Mead. Offinger says you don't like the Hikari. Try this, and he sets a bowl down in front of you.
And it's more mead?
No, Pickled ram's testicles.
Oh, swinging steaks.
Yep.
All right. I mean, when in Rome, Brunhilde's
Yeah.
gonna try it. Is
It,
it is she grossed out or is it delicious?
It's actually pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
It's actually pretty good. Offinger does not have much in the way of personality, but he does know how to cook and brew mead.
Can we take a quick break?
You cannot take a what? Can you take a what?
Quick break. I just want to. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go. We're you're not.
Yeah,
in the
you
meat hall
already
anyway.
split the party. You're away, so go.
Go and come. Go and come back. Come back.
In the meantime, the rest of us who are still here, we've drank good mead, we've had good food, we're sort of satiated, I would expect.
Yep.
How late is it?
It's getting late. Now, if you're gonna try and impress the warriors, you're gonna have to wrestle with them. You might want to leave that for another day.
Well, I feel like we need their ranks.
Okay.
In the fight to come.
So if you're gonna have a late night with the warriors, give me basically
athletics for wrestling.
Well, it's in a different section of the adventure. Let me pull it up.
Fair enough. Take your time.
So I'm not gonna take my time.
Frody has any interest in this?
Okay, you're gonna wander off to Erica's house.
Yeah.
Brunhilde is normally shy, but I think that tonight she's drunk, and she wants to recruit these men to the cause.
Is anybody
so
gonna?
If she has to wrestle one of them to do that, she will.
Is Aster? Where's Aster?
Sticking around? Aster's sticking around just to be sure that Brunhilde.
Are you participating? Are you participating?
For now, I'm just watching in case I need to.
So Brunhild, basically, in order to get these people to respect you, it's going to be a night of hard drinking, boasting, wrestling, and tale telling. So I need you to give me a strength or athletics check and a charisma performance check.
All right. Let's do athletics first because I'm good at that.
Okay.
Boom, 21.
Ooh, nice. All right, you are good at that. And now persuasion. Yep, or persuasion.
Performance, I have 0 on both, so that stinks. But I'm gonna do persuasion just because I'm biased. Okay. Oh yes, 16 natural.
Nice. Okay, you are their friend. They are convinced that, while they have many, many stories of their many, many exploits as warriors, the tales are not yet finished, and they would love another adventure. So you can count on them.
Does this mean that I wrestled one of them and pinned him, and then afterwards we drank and became friends and
Yes,
talked?
Totally. But it means that the whole band of them will follow you into battle.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
That's great.
Had you failed, you would have taken some damage.
Well, I need a long rest anyway, so I was just putting it out there as a drunk Huldra lady. So let's go.
So, Wonderbar, you have won them over, and we're gonna head to Erica's house, but before we do, Maytok, you've been trying to sleep with the helmet on, and sure, why not? So that's essentially spending time with a magic item. So this is a Maytok, can you hear me? Maytok seems to have disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is
frozen.
Yeah.
The whole stream went pixely for me, but I'm here.
Yeah, I'm everybody. Let me see.
Still showed
No.
his camera off.
What
He is also muted, but
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. He disappeared. Oh, never mind. He just froze.
he was going pee or something. Yeah.
Yes, he's going to pee. All right. Well, darn it. I need him back now. Ah.
Well, can we follow him to what's his name's house?
Yeah. Gertrude
done?
knows where.
Are we?
Well, Gertrude's there too, but you know
Yeah,
where the
it's
house
her
is. The house is
brother.
just west of. It's just a small house that was pointed out to you west of the Earl's house. So we will go back there, and I just got a note that my internet connection is unstable. That's wonderful.
Jeez.
Okay, it's everywhere today. Everywhere.
I know. My work
I
computer was acting nuts. My home computer's acting nuts.
I was at Starbucks today, and I was trying to piggyback on my own telephone, and it wasn't letting me.
Not to be morbid, but get prepared for the collapse of society.
Let's
We'll get into that some other night.
Some other night. We'll that's a different stream. But I need Stevenson back for the next section. So, y'all plot or scheme or something.
Yeah, so we're going to Gertrude's brother's house to spend the night, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So we gather there, the four of us.
And you
we
see
talk.
Maytalk asleep with a helmet on his head.
Yeah, he put the helmet on, drunk, and passed out. That's very Maytalk typical, and we know him well enough to know. I guess I would ask Gertrude, how offensive is this to your family? Are you okay with it? If he's willing to fight and die, is it okay if he wears the helmet?
If he's not a disgrace with it, it's fine.
So we can't promise anything there.
Okay, so Maytalk, while you're sleeping in the helmet, you kind of notice you're basically spending time with a magic item. This is a helm of the Dringar. It adds +1 to if you have to attune to it, but if you attune to it, it adds +1 to your armor class and gives you a +2 bonus to initiative as long as you aren't incapacitated.
Heck yeah.
So
attune to it.
let me you can attune to it. So I'm gonna add it to the encounter, and yes, and it's in shared treasure now, so you can claim it and attune to it and wear it. And I would do so now.
I will bring with great honor.
Do so now. And while you're doing that, I'm going to take us on. So, y'all settle down for the night, and
long rest.
No, not a long rest. A heaviness drapes over all of your eyelids, and your limbs grow leaden. Rather than drifting into slumber, or in Astor's case, into a trance, you feel yourself pulled, as if something summons you to Draumheim, the dream world. As the waking world slides away from you, the tug of the other realm intensifies.
Wow. How do I attune to this? I don't see it.
Go to shared treasure and select it from shared treasure.
The helm of the Dragon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And
Okay, so
and you find yourself in the dream realm.
Ooh, wow.
It's an unearthly forest, a place of aching silence where the snows perpetually fall. You glimpse strange things at the edge of your vision. Images leap forward and then vanish out of the corner of your eye. You hear echoes and cries. Frody, give me a perception roll.
All right.
I want to go investigate.
20.
You hear your name
Ooh.
coming from three directions.
Don't like that.
I let them know I heard my name coming from 3 different directions.
All right.
Well, I say, where do we feel like this noise is coming from? Like, is there a direction we could head?
Well, right now, you need to look around.
Okay, I look around.
Look around. Yeah.
The trees are hung with horse skulls.
No. This is not
And
okay.
It may just be a trick of the light. It may just be a flickering of shadows. But every now and then they seem to have eyes.
Yeah. Nope.
Now,
I'm going to call out who calls to me.
Are we still asleep?
So
yes.
you've brought us here.
Yes.
We're in a dream.
You're in Traumheim, the realm of dreams. Literally means
Sorry.
dream home.
I start dreaming about killing the bad, evil person that's
Okay.
coming to try it.
So, it's a heavy snowfall. Sounds are weird. Which way do you go?
North.
Do you go anywhere?
Well, I would encourage the party to stick close together, first of all. But I would say if Frody heard a voice in the trees, we could follow Frody in the
Did one of the
direction.
directions sound louder than the others?
No.
Let's just go north.
Go north.
Okay.
We'll all go together.
All right. Start going a little bit north.
Yeah.
Okay. Brunhild, you step on something.
Oh, Jesus.
You step on something. Something crunches under your foot
Is it
in
a
the
spike
snow.
trap?
No.
Okay.
What is it?
Brunhild hasn't looked yet.
It makes a loud snapping sound?
No, it makes a crunchy snapping sound.
Okay, can I investigate?
Yeah, you could just look and see. It's under your boot.
Okay, what do I see?
You see a tiny wicker effigy that you've now crunched
Lord.
of you.
Oh. No. Okay.
And you've snapped the neck.
By stepping on it, I accidentally snapped its neck,
Yeah.
but I didn't take any
Nate
damage or
No.
puts it up, picks
No.
it up, and I kind of put the head back on, put it back together. Kind of put it back together.
With what? With what? With what
I
you
don't know.
put?
I see if there's any little pieces or string or clothing or whatever, and
Sure.
kind of reattach the head.
All right.
while he's doing that, I certainly inform the party, like, look at this thing. It looks like me. Be careful where you step,
It could be
because
an effigy.
there are probably others.
Yeah. As I'm walking, I'll shuffle my feet in the snow ahead of me.
Okay.
I'm still trying to put it back together.
All right.
I can't move my guy, so yeah, somebody will have to move for me.
All right. Aster, as you
got
shuffle your feet, you kick
Thank you.
something in the snow as well.
So I'll check it out.
It is a little effigy of yourself
Ooh.
Obviously.
made from
Nate's
wicker.
not-
Okay.
I look for one of my own. I want to find my own effigy.
Okay. So, y'all notice a few things. To the north, you see a splash of red on the snow. But
Is
to the
it blood?
south, you're too far away to see. But to the south, you turn and see a figure, a lone figure, struggling through the snow, moving away from you, trudging through the snow, carrying a basket.
Let's go after the figure.
And
Nate,
to
talk about that.
and to the east, actually no, to another direction north, the trees part in the wind, and you see a distant tor with a ruined tower atop it.
Ooh, I want to get there. Let's go. Let's go.
That's
there.
the furthest. That appears to be the furthest. The
Let's go
figure is
top.
moving. The figure is moving away from you to the east and getting further and further away, and the red on the snow is to the northwest.
I'm going to put on my giant boots and run after the person going away from us.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to suggest we head to the tower, but not until after we talk to the figure. If we
Okay.
can.
Okay. So yeah, we're not splitting the party, I hope.
No.
I'm gonna yell at Maytalk and say, like, you should just always have your Giants boots on.
Fine, whatever.
Well, I think they only work for an hour a day, right, or something.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, but they give if you're turning them on, they give you a 19 strength.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
So activate them.
I pick up my voodoo doll and I carry it with me as I follow Maytalk.
So y'all are moving to a different area.
God, this map is like photorealistic almost.
Yeah. Let's zoom in.
Shout out to Heroic Maps, right?
So
is that them again?
Yeah, it's all of them. It's all of them. The city, the town maps, and my world map is Robert Lazzaretti, who does for Paizo and Dungeon Dragons and many other. Rob and I have been working together since I was a children's novelist, and I guess I still am a children's novelist, and all the battle maps are Joe and Sarah Bilton of Heroic Maps, and they're all three phenomenal, great people and great. And Joe wants to play with us one day.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool, but I just wanted to point out, like, the one that you just loaded. This is like phenomenal graphics. It's just good shadows, good like lens focus. It's incredible.
Yep. He does a lot with light, and look at the shadow of the tree.
Yeah.
So the figures just seems to be always staying ahead of you, Maytalk. It's like those car doors in dreams that you can't catch up in. I need everybody. It's sometimes it seems to move, even though it's moving slower than you are, and it's staggering and lurching. Somehow it's just always further away. I need everybody to give me a wisdom survival or a strength athletics. Maytalk, if your strength is 19 right now, you want to do strength athletics.
Yeah.
I got a
Roll
24.
strength for me, please.
Okay.
Got a natural 20.
All right, and somebody roll for Aster.
I'm loading up his character sheet now.
Okay.
1 second.
I got a natural 20. Pretty impressive
Nice.
because then I get added to it.
So, Gertrude, you just earned a luck point.
Cool.
Ooh, Aster also earned a luck point. Can somebody click a luck point for Aster?
Actually, two luck points because I get 2 every time I fail.
Well,
so.
why don't we re-roll that because you're like max luck.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's re-roll that.
Do I catch up to him because I got a nat 20?
Well, hang on. Let's see how Aster does.
All right, re-rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 17 on the second roll.
All right.
All right. So you do catch up to the figure. And as you do, you can see it's carrying a basket loaded with red fungi. But that's not the most remarkable thing. The figure is made of sticks and hate and crooked flesh. Wow. Its hands are stained red. And as you reach it, it turns its face to you. And stretched on top of the bundle of sticks that form its head is a tattered, fleshy face.
Ew.
And it's the face of Lifhilder.
Ew.
And then it screams, and then the sticks all fall apart as it just crumples into the snow and disintegrates.
Wow, we learned nothing.
Well, the basket... Give me a second. They vanish now, but these were in the basket.
Huh.
Can I identify them? Is there something
Not
I
from
can
that
recognize?
quick. Not from that quick.
Okay.
And
Well, I hope he's still alive when we wake up.
and he who.
They talked to me later.
And at that point,
Oh God. No.
it's back. It comes loping out of the woods. And let's all
And we
roll
run?
initiative. Let's roll initiative.
Is that because I ate the mushroom?
You didn't eat the mushroom.
I wanted to take a bite out of the mushroom.
It disappeared. It disappeared.
Never,
When she disappeared.
Never oh, 3, 4.
Remember to spread out.
I'm last.
Yep.
I run into the woods.
But it's not. You don't do anything until it's your turn. So first up is Brunhild.
Somebody
Okay.
roll my initiative, please.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
You got a 20. Aster
Oh.
got a 20.
Sorry.
Nice. Where is Aster? Aster got a. Why is Aster way down here?
Because I
He's
can't
right, he's
move.
right there.
No,
he's right
no,
behind
he's with
me.
us.
He's
No,
right
no. I
behind
mean,
me.
his character got a 20, but it didn't.
Because it got I think Matthew rolled after I rolled. so
Yeah,
replaced
Andrew
it.
and I rolled at the same time, so
Oh,
he
I'm
got
sorry.
a 20.
I can't. I don't. All right. Which? I don't actually know which column is initiative here. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can change it to 20. Okay, Aster is first.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk up to it, attack with my main arm, use quick strike, and attack with my secondary weapon. And
All right. Hold on here. So your main arm, you have your short sword.
yep.
All right. You got a 20. Oh, we got to take
Yeah.
bless off. But you got 19 to hit.
19.
Okay.
That hits. That hits.
So
Okay.
damage.
5 piercing.
Then
All right.
what's my there's a special ability that allows like
Mystic Mark.
that one. Yes,
When you
activate
hit-
that. Do extra D4.
Deal an extra d4 damage to it.
All
So
right.
3
and
damage
then
more for
All
quick
right.
that.
quick strike, second attack.
All right. Second attack. There we go. You got a 9.
That does not hit.
Do I have
You want to
enough?
spend?
Do I have enough luck points to reroll that one?
You have to spend 3.
No.
No, sorry. I guess
You only
get,
had 2.
get my
So you-
2 luck points. and-
Yep.
Yeah.
Use it next time. All right.
Cool.
Hold on. I think you would
Uh-huh.
like to move somewhere that's not all grouped up.
Well, yes, but remember, don't step out of opportunity range.
Right.
Don't
Yeah,
invite
you
an
can circle
opportunity
around
attack.
to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. Perfect. Or
Okay,
back
let's
there.
turn it.
Yeah.
Let's turn the grid on. There. All righty. Gertrude just moved. It wasn't Gertrude's turn.
Oh, I'm gonna move around. Not
All right.
touching anything.
All right. Brunhild is up.
Okay, so first thing first, Lou, I have a question about Shard.
Yes.
I take it that the reason my character still says guidance is active and magic weapon is active and bless is active is because we didn't get a long rest.
Yes.
Okay, but those things are all not active, I would take it at this point. Like guidance is 4 rounds, magic weapon is 1 hour.
We need to turn those off. We need to turn those off.
Can I do that, or does it need to be you?
I think
You
I
just
can
hit
do it. but-
end.
Yeah.
End, yes. Okay, I see that. Great. Character sheet. End. I'm not going to end injury I.
No,
although I would
you're
love
not.
to. Okay, so great. Thank you, Andrew. That was very helpful.
Mhm.
So, I just got moved. I didn't move myself.
Yeah, somebody's jumping around here. I don't know why.
Yeah. Can I go back to where I was?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'm in a lot of danger here.
Yep.
I just got moved again. Something's glitching with the VTT.
Oh.
I have a feeling it's not a glitch. I have a feeling Stevenson's over here screwing around.
Well, don't give him power to move other characters.
Don't do that. You're gonna mess up. All right.
So I'm. Let's see. I'm heavily wounded.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah. What I want to do is, first of all, actually, where's my actions? I want to do Mark of Triumph, which is a bonus action on the enemy.
Okay.
For some reason in Shard, I can't. It doesn't have the use button lit up.
Mm-hmm.
The use button lit up. Not sure what's up with that. Is
it because you've already used it before and you haven't taken a long rest? Do you have a limit on it?
Yeah, probably. My creature.
Yep.
Start any creature. It doesn't say what the limit on reuse is. I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, it's a channel divinity, so you do have a limited number of
you don't have any more. You don't have any more.
Great. That sucks. Okay. Yep. I'm also like out of spell slots mostly. So hold person, magic weapons, silence order. Would I know from our experience with this creature the last time, like when it had its breath and stuff that really messed us up?
Yep.
Was that magic or was it internal to its abilities?
Well, you tell me. Does that look internal?
Yeah, so like probably silence is not going to help. Got it. Okay. Wow, I don't have a lot of options here.
You should go beat it up.
Yeah.
And not stand next to me.
Yeah. I have one first circle spell left, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do Divine Favor.
Okay.
So that I can get a little bit of a better smack out of my Warhammer.
All right.
And then, even though I'm nearly dead, I'm just going to run up and smack this thing.
Smack it.
I can't
You got it flanked, so you have advantage.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's roll a smack. That didn't hit, but I've got advantage.
All right, roll again.
That's going to be a hit. I've also got whatever I got, the weapon. So it's going to be 6 bludgeoning, but I get an extra 1 for, what's it called?
You get a D4 for Divine Favor, but you can apply it to your character so it automatically rolls.
Yeah.
You got to click on it.
Yeah, I also have Weapon Discipline, which gives another +1, but it's applied, but it doesn't seem to be showing up in the chat, which is fine. So that's 6 plus 1 for Weapon Discipline.
I'm gonna ban this.
And then plus 1d4 for Divine Favor. So a total of 10 bludgeoning damage. Well, I think it's 7 bludgeoning and 3 radiant.
All right. Yep. Nice.
And that's my turn.
All right.
Hope I don't die.
Mark says
you
offered
should
some
move
food.
over one more.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call.
Okay, Gertrude.
I think we are the food. I will step back a little bit, use my bonus action to aim, and fire the longbow.
Ooh, a 12 does not hit. Do you have anything you can do?
Right.
Oh. Spend luck.
Yeah.
I do have 3 luck points.
You just have 3. That's enough to reroll. spin all three and re-roll.
Sure.
Yep.
There you go.
With a +8, you got to hit. It's easy.
Yes,
yeah.
you hit.
Look at
You
that.
hit.
There we go. So then I will Mystic Market. It's a nice click. For 7 piercing damage.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, that didn't have the 1d4 for the Mystic Mark.
Ooh. Roll that again. Roll Mystic Mark.
So 7 + 4, so 11.
Nice.
Sweet.
Awesome. Okay, y'all are peppering it, which is good. Because it's
That's
up.
all I can do. So
Okay.
Oh, no. Don't let it have a turn.
So it howls. It's horrible, horrible howl. Everybody give me a DC 14 wisdom save.
Oh, Lord.
Don't forget to roll for me.
I got you.
okay. Ready now.
Of course.
So let me take this one at a time. Brunhild.
I'm gonna use up Aster's luck to re-roll that because it was pretty awful.
Please
Okay.
do.
Ooh. So
but
you
he
need
can
it.
use an add a luck to make that a 14.
Okay.
All right.
So first off, Brunhild passed. So Brunhild, you're going to take half of 3d6 psychic. So you're going to take only 3 psychic. I'll apply that. Where's Brunhild? Brunhild. Now,
Brunhild
Frody.
is heavily wounded.
Yep. Frody.
So, okay.
Frody. Frody did not pass.
No.
Do you have any luck?
One luck point.
Nope. All right. Frody did
I
not
haven't
pass.
missed a roll
So-
all night to get one.
So, Frody, you're going to take 8 psychic, and you are stunned until the end of the creature's turn. Until the end
Okay.
of your turn. I'm sorry, you're stunned until the end of your turn.
So stun means I get no actions at all. No
You get
movement,
no
nothing?
actions at all. Stunned means, yeah, you're incapacitated, can't move or speak. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saves, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Well, that's dumb.
But you can
Yep.
get 1 luck point.
But you get
Feels-
1 luck point, and you'll take 8 dreadful howl. And what is that? I don't know what that is. Did I apply the 8 damage to you?
Um,
No, I didn't.
I did.
There it is. Okay, you did. Okay. Oops, I just
Yeah.
did too. Please give yourself 8 more. I just did it as well. So please take it back. Take mine back. All right. Now, Maytok, you failed.
I failed. I'm going to use my luck.
All right. How much luck do you have?
3.
All right. Spend it all and roll again. Okay, you passed. So you're gonna take. You still take. You're not stunned, but you will take 4. Where is Maytok? There. 4 psychic damage. All right, and then Gertrude, did you pass?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Gertrude will take 5 psychic damage. I'll apply that.
Cool.
All right. Maytok, did you apply your damage or did I?
You did.
Okay, cool. And then Aster, you passed.
What did
you
I
will-
get?
You will take 4 psychic damage. I've applied that.
Okay.
Okay. Now my turn. Still, that was my bonus action. So now I am going to. Well, I'd be a fool to do anything but attack Frody, since my attack against Frody has advantage. So I turn to Frody and I
I don't
bite
have
Frody.
anything. I don't have a turn.
No, you don't. So I'm going to bite you. I got a 20, but I'm going to go again to see if because I have advantage to see if I can get a nope. So I hit you with a 20, and you're going to take 10 piercing. And let me see. Whoops. Can you just mark off 10 because I actually rerolled. And in addition to that, in addition to the 10 piercing, you're going to take, you feel a burn, and you take 5 acid.
All right, I'm down.
Still in a dream.
Okay. Oof.
We're still in a dream world.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
A little
Now,
Reaper over the icon.
Frody is up, but Frody can't do anything, and Frody's down. Frody, make a death save.
I make a death save. All right. All right. Failed that
Failed. All right. Maytok is up.
All right. I'm going to attack, and I get a bonus attack too.
What are you attacking with?
I'm going to attack with my +1 hand axe.
Then you need to move up because you are not anywhere near it.
Where am I?
You are at the bottom of that. That's not you.
You're 15. You're 15 feet south.
That's not you either. Stop that. This is you. I'm moving you up. There. All right. There. Nope. You need to get within 5 feet to attack with your axe. Okay. Attack. Kill this thing, y'all. Kill this thing before it kills you all.
+1 hand axe in the neck. Come on, hit it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you have any luck you can spend?
Nope. I just spent it.
Well,
Oof.
you have 2-weapon fighting, don't you?
I do. So I'm gonna try to hit it with my dagger that's in my other hand. I got an 18.
That hits.
All right. It does 15 points of piercing damage.
All right. Ooh, that hurts it.
Good.
Wait. On his hand axe attack, doesn't he have advantage due to flanking?
Yes.
You
I'm
can
not gonna-
re-roll that hand axe
Reroll
attack,
your
bro.
hand axe. Go back up and click advantage on the hand axe roll.
Ten.
Still doesn't hit.
Yeah, well, worth a try.
All right.
Try.
So, anything else you want to do, Maytok?
I'd like to disengage.
All righty. And you can move back 15 feet.
Yeah.
Up to 15 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Round 2. Aster,
Rogues in
you're up.
5e are awesome. They can just jump in, smack, and
All
come
right.
back out.
Move me up and do the same attack I did last time.
Andrew, you got his character?
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go. First attack. 19 to hit
Hits.
with advantage. 23.
All righty.
So he does 5 piercing plus D4 from the Mystic Mark. So another 3.
All right.
All right.
And then the offhand attack from Quick Strike is a 15 to hit. Advantage is also 23. For another
All right.
6 piercing. You get the Mystic Mark for both attacks.
Should.
So another 1.
All right. Cool. Y'all have whittled this monster down.
Nice.
Brunhild, you're up.
Okay. I will smack.
Smacky, smacky.
15 hit.
Hits.
Actually, it would be a 16 with my weapon
Still hits.
discipline, but yeah, it still hits. So I'm going to do the damage of bludgeoning him in the head. It's 5, but it's actually 6 bludgeoning damage because of my weapon discipline.
All right.
And then I'm going to use, where is this? What's it called? Discipline of War.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a trait of my character, so I get to attack again.
Ooh.
And a 19 is a hit. So then it's more bludgeoning.
Ooh. Ouch.
So 8 is actually 9 with weapon discipline. So 9 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then, ooh, Frody's down. Yeah, I'm just gonna move to make sure that Astra and I keep this guy flanked right here. And do I have any bonus actions I want to use? Let me check. Forest Walker. I guess I could hide. I don't know what that does exactly, but let's hide. Why not?
So you're gonna move into the forest
Well,
and hide in the trees?
do I have
Let's see.
to be in the tree?
You can
to
take the
use
hide
it?
action as a bonus action when in a forest or a cavern as woodland terrain does not take. I think you should at least step into the branches like here.
So this entire map is not considered like forest, quote unquote.
It is, but you're standing right in front of the beast.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You can't take the hide action when something's looking directly at you. So you need to
Yeah.
You can move
Okay.
into the trees and take the hide action.
Is if I move there, is Aster still flanking the enemy with me?
Astra can always step 5 feet down and flank again.
Okay, fair. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So I'm now hiding in the tree.
Yep.
That's my turn.
All righty. Gertrude.
I'm going to go ahead and zoom over here to Frody and smack you with a Cure Wounds.
All right.
So, yeah. Beautiful.
All right.
Yeah, so you get healed.
I see roll twice. A 12 and a 7 because who
It's
did the
first
roll?
one.
The 12?
Well,
I think it's supposed to be
it.
Frody.
Yeah, we'll go with her roll, I guess.
Okay.
I clicked it to
Boom.
try and apply it, but
I see. You're up. Okay.
All right.
Gertrude, anything else?
And then she'll go back to her spot where she had been.
Okay. Now the Viter Galken is up.
No.
And
Not.
I am going to I can't get that. I can't get that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna attack either Aster or Frody. And I am gonna do a 1, 2, 3. It's Aster. 4, 5, 6. It's Frody. I'm sorry, Frody.
I'm not feeling it.
I am blasting a noxious breath in a 15-foot cone. Give me a DC.
He's already out, poet.
Give me a DC 14 con save.
All right. Well, I got a 7.
All right.
So
You're gonna take 20 necrotic
Another nap.
damage.
Okay, bye.
So hey, you saved me from dying because
Yep.
that would have been 2 fails, and
Yep.
Yep.
I'd be rolling a new character right now.
All right. And I can't use my dreadful howl again, so that is my turn. So
You guys are welcome. I've absorbed all this.
Frody is up. Make a death save.
We got you, bro. We got you.
It's just the dice. The dice is impartial.
All right. Let me come back naturally. I want to get some rune knowledge out of this.
All right. And Maytalk, you're up.
Can you please
May
kill
talk?
this guy?
Maytalk. Maytalk appears to
He's
be
on the
talking
phone.
on the phone.
He's on the phone. He's on some Hollywood shit.
He's doing some Hollywood. Yeah, he is. All right. So,
Can we move him in and control him?
yes, just go ahead.
All right.
It's either that or I sit here and seethe.
Yeah, we're not gonna wait for
let's
his
just
we're
it
not gonna wait
rolling.
for his important casting call.
Yes.
So Maytalk moves in
Yep.
and he's going to hand axe +1
All right.
the enemy. 20.
Hits. And he's flanking. If you roll again, see if you can get a critical.
Yeah, let's see if we
Always,
get a crit.
always try. Nope. So 20 hits.
Yeah, but 1d6 +1 slashing. I think it's slashing.
Yep.
Ugh, gross. Two hit points.
All right. Maytalk
sucks.
may be back.
But
I'm back.
All right, yeah, you were on the phone, so we stepped in and used your hand axe. So you took your first attack, but if you have 2 attacks, you still have your second attack.
I do, and I'm going to use my dagger.
Okay.
Let me get in there and use it. I was
Tell me
busy
that was
trying to
Steven
figure out,
Spielberg calling for you.
hey,
no,
Pryor.
It was Adam Sandler's producer.
Okay.
And it
All right.
was
That's cool.
Happy Gilmore too.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm going
That's
with
okay.
My dagger, and I get a 21.
All right, hits.
Wait, don't you have a short sword and a hand axe? Are you?
Yeah,
I got a 13.
if he's not equipping it, don't remind him. All right.
I do, but I happen to have my dagger. Is the one that I was using,
Okay. You killed it.
Fair.
You killed it.
and it does just as much damage.
You killed it.
What?
Thank
You stabbed
God.
it, and it shrieks, it screams, and it looks at you, and in a very human voice, it says, "Betrayal," and it vanishes.
Wow.
And with that,
Okay, I want to.
huh?
Can I immediately cast Spare the Dying on Frody?
No, let me come
Wait,
back.
well,
naturally.
You
But what
cannot
if you fail, dude?
because you wake up.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
You all wake up,
Ah.
and it's morning, and
Get a
but
long
you
rest.
have to no. Everyone needs to
Level up.
no. Let me find it. Wait a minute. I'm having trouble finding the thing I need. All right, so yep. So everyone can take a long rest except unfortunately Frody, you miss your long rest and you have 1 hit point.
But he earns a rune.
No, because he didn't come back from that naturally. And he came out of the dream. So everyone else has the benefit of a long rest, but Frody does not.
I'm gonna at least take a short rest. Dang.
You can take a short rest.
All right. I have to go feed my family.
Okay, well, I think we're going to stop. I want everybody to
It's a good place to stop. Yeah.
but give me real quick, Frody, give me a DC 10 con save.
DC 10 con save.
Mm-hmm.
Got an 11.
You made it. All right, so you do not get a level of exhaustion.
All right.
So everybody is long rested except for Frodo, who has 1 hit point until he did a short rest. It's the morning of day 1. We will stop there. And when we return next week, right, or the week after, we'll check on that. We will start fortifying the town.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
The town.
All right.
Awesome.
Train the town.
Thank you,
Good.
everybody.
Woo.
So
Good
we'll be
session,
back
guys.
with Fury of the Forsaken next week, and the Kickstarter for this adventure is coming in the end of this month.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Cool.
everybody.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Lou.
you.
So
Bye.
good.
Thank you.